Well, I grew up in Gainesville, so what drew me to acting was that my parents started taking me to the Hippodrome when I was a little kid, and I did all of the summer classes and everything here, and I was in a Christmas Carol when I was like 8, and then again when I was 14, and learned that I loved it, and then went out into the world and started doing it. So it was the hip, really.
So you went on to college?
I went to college. I studied in college. I went to grad school in Los Angeles, studied it in LA, and then moved to New York, and I've lived in New York for the last 7 years. I'm on my way back out to LA now, and I've been working since I got out of school when I was 25. Somebody asked us whether or not we agree with our characters. And it's a common thing for actors that you say you don't, you go into it kind of not judging your character at all, but what I found is that Veronica, who I'm playing, is particularly quirky and dogmatic, and she has some very strong views of things. But what's great is that the more you play it, the more you really believe in everything that they're saying. So it's a funny process to go through, where this woman who initially I could have told you a lot of things about, somewhat less than positive. Right now I have a really hard time saying anything bad about her because I love her so. Especially in a show like this, and especially since I'm doing it with my actual boyfriend, you can scream at each other and say these kind of hilarious, horrible things to each other, and it's a little bit like, a cathartic release, and then you can go home and enjoy dinner and laugh. And actually, it just gives us a lot to talk about. I mean, I think we both love the theater so much, and we love the script so much, that as much fighting and chaos as there is in the play, it's actually just been really fun to kind of delve into it outside as well. It also gives you somewhat of a model of the way that you would not want a relationship to work. I think in a community the size of Gainesville, with the brilliant people that you have working in Gainesville with the university here and everything else, that it's really reflective of kind of the love for language and arts and culture that Gainesville has. But because Gainesville's not a huge town, there are a lot of cities like it that don't have artistic representation like what the Hip offers to Gainesville. Love coming home and working here, and I'm so proud of the Hippodrome for doing what they do, and also I'm so proud of my community for being a place where you find professional theater, professional dance, professional music, because as you travel the country, that's not the case everywhere. And the fact that it is a professional theater is something that you just, you really don't see in other places, and especially now there are theaters closing across the country everywhere. So it's a real gift that the theater's here.